straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight past. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time.
Also join my Discord and my Roblox
at parties,
Thank you and peace.
Paul.
Alright everyone, today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be talking about this music video, not a music video, but a song that we're creating for sure future characters like Finn, Silver, Arian, all of those people. It's called Sacrifice, you saw in the title, and we're gonna go a little in depth. In the beginning, I just said a little bit, but the next scene, I'm really going to be explaining to you what's happening. Of course, we're going to be filling in the holes, the gaps. Each video we make before the song comes out, and it's going to have some of these scenes in the video here that we're showing you. So, sorry for the noise in the background. It'll be gone by the time I start to go in depth about talking about everything. And also, I'm pre-recording this, so, my little sister was screaming in the background about something. So I'll see you all in the next one. So in this first scene, you see Silver and Finn. They're pretty happy in their room together. And then you see Finn making their big sacrifice for Silver, which we'll talk more about. Finn, we go into depth during this song, was always trying to sacrifice for everyone else so that everyone else could live happily and they would be the only one that carried this burden of helping everyone and having to succeed in places where others couldn't. And in this song, you really get to explore Finn's character throughout this story that the team and I have built for Shira future characters. And they're making this sacrifice not only for everyone else, but mostly for Silver, to show Silver that Finn was always there for her. Whether Silver believed it or not, Finn was always trying to help her where she couldn't figure out things herself. And Silver's had a pretty beat up past, and you also get to, in this song, you get to explore a bit of character depth in Silver as well, and that's also really good because I feel like you all need a really good character in depth, and both of these characters that have just been here, and Finn being the main character out of this whole thing, you really get to explore them more and how just their emotions and how they feel about everything and what they think and all these things that are happening. And in this song, Finn is specifically, doing this sacrifice for the whole multiverse, if not more than one multiverse, but the whole multiverses in this one big thing all wrapped together with a nice little bow tie. Finn is just this small little part trying to protect the multiverses, and with this sacrifice, it really shows how much Finn cares about everyone and not just himself. Though they've been thinking a lot about themselves and how they could improve in training and their power level and all these things and working with Horde Prime and everything, they also pay attention to everyone else's feelings too. Now I want to go back to this first scene here in a minute where we see Silver and Finn really happy. So now, as you can see, this is going to be a very little part in this whole song about Finn and Silver, but it's still going to be in there, and that's why I would like to discuss it a little further. Now, the team and I have made some huge character developments for these characters in the time span of me recreating my Gacha Club account, and so they're all looking different. But that also means that because they all look different because they're older, so everything's kind of changed now from where we left off. And we're going to be filling these holes during this song that we're working on. Now the song is taking a while. I am just wrapping up the lyrics, and then we're going to be putting it into a software where we find the rhythm and find the back music. And it's going to take a while, and I'm really new at this. And if like you're a pro at doing this, creating your own songs, then leave a comment, give some advice if you want. Whatever. The team and I are really new at this, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. So this scene, what we want it to express is how happy Silver and Finn are in this moment, because Finn is just off saving these multiverses and all that stuff. They come home so successful, and Silver's doing really well in school. She's, handling things really well and is accepting Finn going off and doing all these things, but also making sure Finn's not getting into any too much trouble, and helps Finn, yeah. Silver is there, and they're just, really happy, and we really want everyone to be able to see that during this scene, and we really want to make sure that we express that really well just during this one single scene right in the beginning of the song as the music starts to pick up and we get to. Now this is, not what the actual scene is going to look like. It's going to look much fancier, but with this same kind of stuff. But it's going to have a lot of special effects and a lot of things to make it look nice and happy before this song really starts to have its lyrics in there, and then it gets kind of sad. But that's what we wanted everyone to see for this scene right here. And this scene is the end of the song, and it's really made me emotionally think, I don't know how to explain this, but it hits somehow, where we've gotten all these character developments and all these things going on, and then something happens to Finn where it's going to be their last sacrifice, and you hear in the lyrics and the song how Finn is saying, this is really the end of our story, and this is the last sacrifice I'm going to make. Because they know they're about to die, and they're doing it for everyone else so that everyone else can live happily, and there's not going to be something this big that's going to get pulled up. Now we're going to be continuing the storyline, filling in these holes, and by the time the song comes out, everyone will understand what is happening. And we're giving you a really, really early sneak peek because we're working really hard on it, and it's just, we want you all to know what we're currently doing in our big, big thing coming out. I mean, we're gonna have some of the team voicing the characters, and in this scene especially, it's going to be really emotionally sad and kind of depressing, and it kind of brings down everyone to this level where we've tried to make these characters as realistic as possible. They have emotions too, and though they're not real, we want them to be able to relate to people in real life, and we're trying our best. And for Finn to always be thinking, oh, I need to sacrifice myself, I need to be the one that does this. No one else can do this. It's kind of like how Adora was in the 2018 She-Ra. How she always said she needs to do all this alone. But Finn never got to the realization that they can do things with other people, and Silver was trying to help them see that. And that's where Finn finally pushed away and went out on their own. For Horde Prime, it's really big because Horde Prime has been working so hard to make everything right and, make these amends with everyone. And for Finn to have just died, it really puts a whole pressure onto it really puts a whole pressure onto Horde Prime. So we want this scene to also be super telling at the end of this song, where it's just like, hey, Finn is gone. They've just sacrificed themselves, and it's up to Horde Prime now to take on Finn's role. Horde Prime is the only one strong enough to get a scratch, beat Finn up. They've been training, and Horde Prime has this power that's almost at the same level, if not literally the same, as Finn. So this is really big for Horde Prime, and it's also really sad for him because Finn started to grow on him, and they started to become best friends. And for someone that big to be just dead all of a sudden because they thought they needed to make this sacrifice, Horde Prime really got hurt this time, mentally. So his best friend is gone, and Silver doesn't have Finn anymore, and they haven't even broken the news to Catradora. And you all could probably see how Catradora could react to this. And all of Finn's friends that they haven't told yet, the only one that saw Finn sacrifice themselves was Silver. And that's why this is also big, because Finn made the ultimate sacrifice and just wasn't really thinking, and just like that is gone now. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. We will be getting videos out about this topic soon, once we start working on it more. For now, we're going back to our regular schedule, where I just post things about She-Ra and the Owl House now, and Naruto and Boruto if you want, all in Gotcha Club. So see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.
She takes a sip, I bite my lip. She tells a joke, I nearly choke. She braids my hair, I sit there blacking out for the first time. Next thing I know, I lose control. I finally kiss her.